Our plan was to load up the kayaks with the camping and fishing gear and just start pedaling from Rock Harbor toward the northeast end of the island, hoping to make it to Merritt Lane, and if the weather is good, just keep right on going around Blake's Point and over to Duncan Narrows on the first night. However, as you can see by the flag behind me, the forecast wind of 10 miles an hour out of the south was more like 20 to 30 out of the south, creating huge whitecaps and rollers out in Rock Harbor. We were anxious to get out on the water. We couldn't see spending the night in Rock Harbor waiting for the wind to die down. So Gavin suggested portaging our gear and kayaks up and over the ridge that separates Greater Lake Superior from Tobin Harbor. We took a hike to scope it out, and it didn't look easy, but it looked possible, and that was all we needed. We commandeered one of those carts that is intended to bring luggage from the ferry to the Rock Harbor Lodge. We did ask for permission, but I don't think the ranger lady quite understood what we were going to put that cart through. The trail's getting narrower. We're hoping we don't run out of room to run the cart. So, you have to bring the kayaks down next. Gavin just noticed that lifts off of there, so we're thinking we can slide one on there and wheel them over. Look at the water here compared to how bad it was over in the main lake. At least we can get started off and get a feel for the weight of the gear and the balance and everything, and it might get a little wilder as we go to the northeast, but we're gonna find out. It's an adventure. This cart is cool. We are finally on the water, rigged up, running heavy because we're going to camp. Once we offload, we're running a lot lighter. As far as how it's riding with the gear, pretty good. I expected it to be tippier. I've had this much in it one other time and I was impressed then. So hopefully it's all good. But well, I did it. Bucket list fish. Yeah, coaster brook trout. Gavin's racing over to get a good picture. Sounded like that's what he had said. Get a little look at this guy. Look at the pink spots. It's just beautiful. They're beautiful. We'll even give him some water there to keep them happy and healthy. Back that way a little bit, but yeah, I came across that, drifted onto it like, whoa, that's a lot of rubble. So I backed off, next cast.
Yep, I'm ready.
They're just beautiful. All right, back she goes. He's hooked in the middle of the side. He impaled himself on it. Oh no! He's in the drive. Oh man! Oh, I see what it is. Got him. He is bigger.
Yep.
A little. The gold tipping on the scales.
That should be a pretty good one.
So that white thing over there, we're wondering what it was. Gavin did a flyby on it. That's a dead moose. Oh yeah, you get downwind of it. You can smell it. Even in the water like that. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh. Our first moose sighting. Unfortunate. I was hoping for something a little livelier. But it's only the first day, so we're good. We'll see something. We didn't realize it at the time, but as I pedaled in to get a close-up photo of Gavin's first coaster brookie, There's a wolf in the background eyeing up that stinky moose carcass.
Look at that. There's a wolf right there. He's collared. So we're getting close to Merritt Lane. It's one of the spots we were maybe going to camp tonight, but if it's nice, we'll keep going around the point. But we get in between some of these reefs. There's more Lake Superior on the left side of this reef. There's more on the right. It's almost like a lazy river. You get in between these. It's just beautiful. Been a strange day. Got here, it was really windy, so we couldn't just do our plan and launch right at Rock Harbor and head this direction. So we had to portage up and over the hill to get into Tobin where it was calmer. The wind is kind of laid down, and we've been watching the forecast all week, and there was really no sign of rain in the forecast for today, and not until tomorrow night. But all that gray over there, that's thundering at us. You might have been able to hear it right there. So we're kind of pedaling fast to try to get to this campground.
We got camp set up just in time to beat the thunderstorm. After that passed by, we headed out to do some evening fishing. In this picture, you can see the thunderstorm off to the east after it passed by.
I just love all the rock formations out here. I should be fishing, but it's just too cool to go explore this stuff. Caught a lot of fish in my life. They can wait. Oh, I was gonna do a drive-through, but you can see it looks like it's closed off on the other end, so we'll just do a little loop, I guess. Pretty cool.
We got up early the next morning, well ahead of the other people we were sharing the Merritt Lane campground with. We wanted to get an early start on the lake trout and didn't want to miss out on the morning bite. What could be better than a hot cup of coffee and watching the sun come up over Lake Superior? Just beautiful.
Look at this morning. I mean, this is Lake Superior. We're half mile offshore. We are a mile offshore, 3/4 mile. There's an orange lizard-like thing swimming across the top of the water in Lake Superior. We're gonna try to scoop it up and get a close-up on it. We got him. I think he's lost.
I didn't feel like he's supposed to be in the water.
That is very unusual. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully the wide angle action cam can pick that up. But there's a giant, like, Freightliner ship out there. Finally making some progress.
Both nights while staying at Merritt Lane Camp, right at sunset, a wolf would cross from this point over to this point. Everybody stopped what they were doing to witness the spectacle.
move today. We got up, the wind doesn't seem like it right here, but the wind was really strong overnight, and there's a lot of energy stored up out there. There's big waves in the direction we wanted to move. We were going to go over by either Duncan Bay Narrows or Belle Isle and set up for a couple days, but it looks like we need to postpone that for one day. The weather rules you on this trip, and we just kind of go with it. So we think, based on the wind direction, we can go outside of these reefs on, it's basically Tobin Harbor all the way down this way. But there's a series of reefs that protect Tobin and Isle Royale, so we're going to go on the outside of those. We think we can jack some more big trout today out there. I just flipped the camera on to catch a little bit of this scenery. All these reefs, they're kind of like fishing a river. Ooh, good chunk rock. I'm trying to catch a coaster right now. I really want to catch a big one. Gavin has 2 of them already. So this video is not going to be really an entertainment video to try to get 1,000 views or anything, which I typically don't get anyway, but more of just documenting the trip for my own purposes.
And did I catch my bucket list trophy coaster brook trout? Yes, I did, and it was certainly a trip highlight. About 7 hours later this day, and 3.5 miles deeper into Tobin Harbor, I hooked and landed an absolute giant. Look at this 22 3/4 inch behemoth. Wow. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of video on this trip due to corrupted files, which has now been remedied with a new camera, but I did not get video coverage of this epic fish.
Sit forever.
On the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, finally making some progress. Way too big for eating. But look at that baby. That is a nice one. Yeah, that's a hefty fish. That is a girthy fish.
31 1/4.
Nice. Alright, look at that guy. Hooked up. Feisty. Ooh. Yeah. He wants some drag. Yeah, I wasn't thinking this one was all that big, but now I'm reassessing. He kind of woke up. Man, they are strong. They are strong. There. 32. There. Got him finally. Hooked up again. I like that trick. Oh, that's got some heft. Hooked up again. Alright, in the net.
Well, that's a wrap for the 2025 Isle Royale Kayak Adventure Part 1. That covers the first 3 days where we stayed at Merritt Lane. The next day we packed up camp and made a long 6-hour pedal over to Belle Isle, where the scenery was even better and the fishing was spectacular. Check back for Part 2, and thanks for watching.